From the Hanging with Web Show TV's Bargain Basement Studio in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, it's Pillow Talk with Willow Schuyler.
Will you take me to Winnipeg?
I will, someday. Toronto, Montreal, Quebec, Winnipeg.
Now what's this guy doing up here in Manitoba?
He was holding the map up.
Every salvage mission that's been through this system has disappeared. Even those old pirates out at Winnipeg Drift say it's cursed.
Cursed. Winnipeg's got a great ballet. Have a good time, I swear to God.
Sweet guinea pig of Winnipeg! They've taken over our company!
Balderdash! I never agreed to that!
I should have stayed in Winnipeg, you know? I had a nice gallery, 3 paintings on the wall.
Are you kidding? And you look back. Born home, Quebec. Drafted out of the juniors in the 5th round to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Played for a year with the Leafs, then traded to the Winnipeg Jets, then to Calgary, then to Boston.
Wow.
So Winnipeg must get pretty cold up there.
That's it! Back to Winnipeg!
Yes, it is Willow's Pillow Talk. I am your host, Willow Schuyler. I live in a place where it's the never-ending lockdown.
Really?
We are almost about to lock down our province again, and I'm just ready to escape.
Yeah, I heard.
Mind if I stay at your guys' place?
Right.
We are the day after they opened up vaccines to everybody, they just opened up the whole state. Go
oh
for
my
it, the cooties.
If only they would do that here. I'm like now it's like now serving age 55. It's like come on.
but it's trying to find a vaccine has been difficult. I actually finally got my appointment scheduled because I joined a vaccine hunter group.
Oh, nice.
On Facebook. Yeah. So there are resources out there. So try searching in your area for vaccine hunter Facebook group, and you might be able to find something.
Okay. Well,
it's a different country, so
yeah. Well, it might not work up here, but in Canada, but I totally recommend that for those of you who live in the States.
But every state is different. So in my state, you can go to the Arizona Health Services page, and then it gives you a map of every place that has vaccines, and then a list, and then you click on it and it sends you to like CVS's website, where they send you to any place that has it locally in your area, like 20 miles from you, that sort of thing. But you can't just go to one place to find everything. You got to go to Fry's, CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, Costco, the state. So there's always a different place.
Yeah.
And you have to check multiple like cities.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's where it was becoming difficult to try to find something where you don't have to drive an hour somewhere to get it.
Yeah. Well, I'm seeing all the posts from people, and we got Carl saying Donna and them got being referred to as the Fauci ouchie. Yes. I thought that was really cute.
Yeah. I agree. I thought that was adorable.
But yeah, well, I'm glad to have you guys back on my show. You guys were fabulous the last time. I'm looking for another exciting chat with you guys.
Thank you.
So what have you guys been up to since the last time we chatted?
Stuff and things, you know.
Yeah. Well, Cara's got her Indiegogo on-demand campaign going on right now for Fire Bitch 2, which is something that you guys need to jump on. There's over 35 covers for you to choose from well-known artists. Alfred Trujillo, David Harrigan. You've got Lucio
Carrillo. Lucio Carrillo does things for Dynamite, and just he's very big time. Just beautiful work. So happy with that.
That one was one of my
Shikari.
favorites.
We got Shikari. We've got Ash Maddie, Lena Dye, Courtney Rose. We've got some colors by CC De La Cruz, who does work for Coffin Comics, as well as everybody, and Sanju. Gotta love Sanju. So we've got covers from people all over the world. It's incredible. We even have a jeweled cover. Sparklies.
And I'm looking at your page here, and I'm seeing like all the great content that you're coming. The red, you in a red wig, just fabulous, Cara. It is. I was actually going to make a comment about it earlier when I saw it. I was like, no, you have to wear the wig. But no, it's great to see that even in the middle of a pandemic and we're stuck at home, we still find time to dress up and play around. So I love this.
And I will have a photo set from that coming out as well. I just shot her on the beach in Mexico, which is great because it's dead. It's empty. It was me and like 10 million dead jellyfish. How people talk about like the Vietnam War, like they have to worry about the landmines? Yes, except it was all jellyfish.
Oh my God.
That's interesting though.
It's like God just went all over the beach.
Now, do they still sting if they're dead, or?
I believe they do.
Yeah, I don't think you want to step on them because it's like toxin or something.
It's like a big booger. It's gross.
Yeah, it is pretty gross. The only time I ever saw a jellyfish was when I went to New York City. I know we're this totally off on a tangent, but and they were floating around in the bay, and I looked at this and I'm like going, "What the fuck is that?" I'm sorry. Can I say that?
No, go right ahead.
Oh, okay.
Well,
sorry.
I swear all the time. So
no, yeah, too late. Strike one. No, but it looked pink, and it had like this blue middle in it, and it was just.
Oh.
Sorry, I know my face looked horrible doing that, but
it's okay.
That resembles pretty much how it looked. Yeah, it was absolutely the most disgusting thing. I think there's some really pretty ones out there, but those are the ones that are, like in the deep sea that we don't see.
Well, once they're dead, they are not pretty. So this is the tentacles of jellyfish have tiny stingers called nematosis, which can detach, stick to skin, and release venom. Even if the jellyfish is dead, it can still sting you because of the cell structure.
Interesting. Good to know. Thanks for looking that up.
You can also, if you step on a jellyfish, even a dead one.
Does it say that pee works?
Does it say what?
That peeing on a jellyfish sting works?
We looked that up this morning, and it does not work.
Oh,
does not.
No.
So it's one of those myths. See, Willow even
is
thought.
Is it a myth or is it a setup by kinky people who just like want to get their freak on?
Like what?
I heard that if you pee on a jellyfish, bitch, you just want to pee on me.
So everybody, the episode of Friends where she gets peed on after getting stung by a jellyfish does not ring true. Okay, good to know. Friends is one of those shows that I keep saying that I'm not a huge fan of Friends, but I keep referring back to it. It's kind of like Seinfeld episodes. You know, your whole life kind of revolves around episodes of TV. So yeah, Friends is one of those shows.
Well, I thought it was crazy that when Phoebe got pregnant in real life, that on TV she was pregnant with triplets, because TV pregnancies don't get real life big. And I thought that was incredibly insulting to poor Lisa Kudrow, because when Rachel got pregnant, she had this tiny little basketball. Oh, look at me and my tiny little baby. My baby's this big. Like, bitch, your baby is like a half-dead preemie.
Oh my God.
Sorry, starving, you know? But no, Lisa Kudrow, it's triplets, because she was normal size. Like, no wonder women have these like ridiculous ideas, and we have so many emotional issues in regards to our looks.
Yeah.
And see, and I feel like TV is getting better with that now, where it seems more accepting to have bigger women, you know, especially in roles that aren't, you know, your typical comedy, you know, klutz. or like having, you know, I apologize, but, you know, the dumb blonde best friend. You know, I like seeing reality. Like, I'm going to be honest. If I was on a TV show, I'd probably be the dumb friend with moments of being really smart. But yeah, I'd probably be that really, you know, accidental dummy.
I think we all have our moments.
Absolutely.
But
we all have, no, you're totally right. We all have our moments. I think it's something that we, you know, if you think about your real life, it's really not like that. You have your group of friends and whatnot, but it's not like you see someone every single day at the coffee shop. Now, I think that shows that are work related are a little bit more realistic, because you do see those people in the office. But guess what? You don't hang out with only those people outside of work.
Yeah.
You know, you do have families, you do have these things going on, and, you know, it's not just you and the 6 people at the job.
See, that's why I liked the show Mom a little bit, was because it seemed like it hit the nail on the head a little too much with reality. But then it was the whole dealing with the alcoholism of family as well. But no, it's funny how, you know, you watch something and it's like, holy crap, this is my life. Shows like Mom, I'm brain farting really bad here. But Chuck Lorre has a habit of making shows that are very realistic. And that's why I think he's one of my favorite directors when it comes to television.
Well, and I think it's about finding the comedy in real life.
Yeah.
So I think those things are very important. And, you know, I think that they take it too far out of hand. And I think that Hollywood has this thing that they don't, because they are Hollywood people, they have no idea what it's like living in the real world. Not a clue. So they write things and you're like, this is ridiculous. Like, oh, I'm so poor and I can't go to the doctor. Bitch, if you're that poor, you'd be on Medicaid. And you would be getting medical insurance. And you would have that covered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, just those kinds of things that they don't understand how actual poverty works. You know, why is it that if you have a house with 5 working people pitching in, that you still can't pay your bills?
Right?
I just got a promotion, or I can buy my kid a laptop, but we're still super broke and can't afford to, you know, pay the mortgage.
Or sending them to like private school, and it's like, well, there's your problem right there. First of all, your kid's not even in public school.
So yeah, we could go on and on. That's like a whole show all in itself. We just pick apart TV shows.
Oh yeah.
That would be actually a pretty fun show. I'll try to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got several people here saying hello. Hi, Carl. Waits patiently in the bargain basement. Hi, Carly. Terry, what's up? Yo. Marco. Good evening.
Except for distemper. That's the important one.
I heard the COVID shots also being called like rabies shots.
Oh.
Hello, Ryan. What's up? All right. Favorite movies or TV series? Let's get that. I'd have to say right now my favorite show is probably The Rookie.
Is that? No. That okay. I was thinking something else.
That's the new one with Nathan Fillion.
Okay, I haven't seen that one. I'm gonna have to look that up.
It's good. It's very good.
Lisa?
So I am actually kicking it old school. I have been watching all of the Star Trek like series. I just finished Deep Space Nine. So I've been doing like the little what do you call it? Blast from the past type of thing.
Okay.
So I would say I'm really digging on Resident Alien.
Oh yeah, I've seen a couple episodes of that so far. It's actually it is really neat.
It's ridiculous, it's funny, it's emotional, and it's got Wash from Firefly in it. And he's the main character, so watching him, be this alien as a human and trying to like learn human things, it's very, very funny.
Yeah, I'd imagine that's how a lot of people with autism feel, is trying to maneuver around life with all these strange people.
Yeah.
Cosplay covers.
Oh, that was from when we were talking about the
tentacle photo shoot.
You go ahead, Mark. That's on you. I want to see that.
Yep. I can't imagine the smell of that being on the beach full of dead fish.
It wasn't. No, there wasn't a smell issue.
Oh, right now.
Yeah.
Good evening, Teresa. The ammonia. Yeah, okay. So ammonia might work, but pee doesn't. Never seen an episode of Friends.
Well, no one told you life was going to be this way.
AZ Power Girl, the series coming soon. You know what? I think we touched on this last time. I believe I asked the question if Fire Bitch was ever going to become a cartoon or a television series.
I hope so. That's something we're working towards. But as far as me having a series, I was hit up in 2016 by a company who was interested in doing a series on me because I was running for office. But I find that a lot of people have ideas without the actual ability to make this work, especially in such a locked, limited time frame. And I just don't want someone in my life misconstruing everything that I say or do, because editing can be a bitch. So if I were to ever do something like that, I'm the editor. I decide what goes in and what does not. And then I have someone else double check it for me because I'll screw it up.
And that would be me.
So it wouldn't be so much of a reality TV show. It would be a very edited version of a reality.
Because if you put out if you put things out in a certain way, other people will take it upon themselves to edit it for you and put that out, and they can make you say anything.
That's true.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, there's safety issues with my friends, my family, my community, that sort of thing. So
yeah. And I mean, I can't imagine, like, with being a reality TV star, having those cameras constantly in your face 24/7. I can't imagine life being anywhere normal with that. That'd be scary.
There'd be no way. I mean, Alfred and I have sex 6 times a day. Like that. Excuse me. A little privacy.
The cameras would always have to be on. How about you, Lisa? Like, would you invite cameras into your house to film your life?
I thought you were going to ask me if I want to have sex 6 times a day.
Yes, please.
You know, my life is pretty boring. I sit at a computer and I do graphics a lot, but I think that if we were to have somebody in the life of my husband, that would be interesting, because he's had like a 16-ton machine run over him, and now he's wrenching on trucks.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? He's had his whole life changed. So, you know, it's just a really cool story of how he's transformed and everything. And he's now running his trucks, and he's playing with big boy toys. But yeah,
is he in the room right now?
Here in the house, and I kept muting it.
Well, I have my husband in the background, so every now and then he'll chime in and correct me on something if I say something wrong. So he's my editor. Well, yeah, especially my own life. I'm a giant klutz. I have to like willow-proof everything in my home. It's insane. I will walk into shelving units at work. I come home bruised. And I have no idea where the bruises came from.
That's me. Like, okay, like mysterious. Like, what did I hit? And I'm going around matching it up to, like, you know, standing heights on corners. You know, did I run into this corner? You know, and I don't even remember. Did I do something in my sleep? Was I sleepwalking?
Well, currently nursing a burn from my work oven. So,
oh no,
that's what happens when you rush.
That's terrible. You poor thing.
Yeah, that's gotta hurt.
It's something that I've dealt with all my like. It's normal. Joe's like, "What did you do? What? Why? What? Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yep, it's okay." He goes, "Are you in pain?" Nope. This is just normal everyday occurrence for me. But no, I'm sure as a cosplayer you get into some pretty weird stuff where, you know, you have to pose in a certain way that is very uncomfortable, and I'm sure your ankles hurt by the end of any shoot.
It's exhausting. It's incredibly exhausting, and it's like I need a nap afterwards. It's really, really tiring. You know, modeling is not what people think. It's a lot of work.
It is.
Oh, it must be so nice to be able to I want to be a professional cosplayer. I just want to be cute and like hang out and like no, honey. This is 4 or 5 days in heels with a broken foot.
Oh my God.
That happened. That was a year. Didn't find out it was broken until after. So I did like it was Phoenix show, so it was 4 days on a broken foot in heels. So, you know, I love the guy that said, it must be so much fun. You could go look around the con on your break. On my what?
Girl, oh my gosh. We did C2E2, okay? We maybe had an hour at the end of every day where we were like, okay, we're going to go and walk around because it really
every day it was 2 days.
Yeah.
And it was because somebody had done something to like piss us off. So it's like, I'm going to peace out for a minute.
That's true. But anyway, you know, so we never get breaks, you know, and we would have people run into us and they'd be like, oh, come visit us at the booth. And we're like, all right, if we get over there, man.
I know there's been times where I've seen guests just being let off, just like glazed over, not sure what's happening, and like it's like they're the end of the evening, everybody's trying to pack up and go home, and they're just like, well, it's one track mind, I need food. And then you try to say hi to someone and they're just like waving at nothing in particular. But yeah, no, I feel you. Working a convention is tiring, and volunteering can be just as tiring. And I've done it pretty much at every convention that I've gone to, where, you know, I'll walk around for maybe an hour, and then it's like, oh, gotta go back to the booth and do something else, you know. But no, but I have fun. That's the important thing. Is we have to be able to have fun at the shows, though.
Yeah.
Hi, Ted. Good to see you.
Hey, Ted.
Star Trek. Yeah, Deep Space Nine is my favorite Star Trek. I'm finding more an appreciation though for Voyager now as I'm older.
Yes, my girl.
Voyager's my jam. But Deep Space Nine, that was my first time seeing it, so that actually was not bad. I had already seen Star Trek Generations, Next Generation, so
okay.
It was like whatever. But seeing Deep Space Nine for the first time, I thought it was really cool how they incorporated, you know, the fact that they were stationary, but then they could actually leave, you know, go off on these missions and type of things. So yeah, it was really neat. All right, Mark.
Right. Don't want the fiasco that was Heroes of Cosplay. Oh yeah, no. I watched a couple episodes and I turned it off because the drama I couldn't handle the drama of that show.
I know so many cosplayers that turned that show down. So
really?
Like if you look at there was a girl who they were like, oh, is your head stuck? Her head might be stuck in this cast. Don't you think this bitch already has like 10 molds of her head from all the other things she did? There is no way that 2 weeks before a con, she's going to decide, I'm going to make a new costume and I have to make a whole new cast of my head, even though I have one that's perfectly good from the other day. It's ridiculous. Or, oh, she's hand sewing on all of these dickles and all of these. Like, bitch, when you are that close to the show and the competition, you hot glue that shit. Like everything that they did, you could tell that it was guided and guided poorly. It made us all look bad. And it really sucked because from the business side, I know people that were just hobbyist cosplayers that were told things like, so I'd like to interview you for the newspaper. So how much money do you make as a cosplayer? And they're like, I do nothing but charity work. I don't. Or I had a woman once, can you help me get a Catwoman costume so I can make money? Like, how do you plan on doing this? Like, there's a whole other business side to it that people don't understand. You can't just go to Party City, pick up a costume, and cha-ching, it's raining cash. Hallelujah. No, that's not how this works.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to have the content and the following.
You've got to have, but a lot of people, they have the content, but they don't have any revenue stream, and they don't know how to get revenue stream.
That's where I think going to business school might help a lot of people, and might actually help me too if I just get off my lazy ass and do it.
If it's not what you want to do or need to do, cool. Nothing wrong with that. It's all good. You know, we all have our day job, you know, so we've got a lot going on there. And in my case, my day job is cosplay.
Yeah. And you do a fantastic job. And like, I look up to you. I look up to many other cosplayers. And the fact that you're willing to sit here and talk to me about your cosplaying career is just fantastic, because I've asked other cosplayers, and I've asked other modelers, and they're like, well, I charge for my appearances. It's just like, okay, I just did an interview.
Wow.
Really? They wanted you to pay them to be on your show?
Yeah.
That's insane.
I do know some cosplayers that charge for appearances. And the thing is if you are going to a show and you are running their costume contest and doing their panels and doing all of these things to the point where you do not have opportunity to sell your product, I can absolutely understand getting an appearance fee. There are shows that are like, well, I can offer you space, I can offer you a hotel, and I need you to do all these things, including sell tickets for me. It's like, well, wait a minute, what am I getting out of this? You get to be at my con. Well, but how is that paying my bills? And I know a lot of people get very weird about that. Like, you want to make money? Cosplay should only be for charity. Well, what do you do for a living? I work at Starbucks. You need to be making me coffee for free. And I think that that's really interesting. And that's something that we can talk about a little bit, that people, especially the OnlyFans girls, they get sent product and people expect, well, I sent you this outfit, so you're going to model it for me, right? What do I get out of this? I get to wear panties crammed up my ass so that you can get pictures? Where am I paying my bills from this?
Yeah.
How about I buy you a shovel and you come over and dig up my yard and plant my garden? You know, I'll even throw in some rebar and concrete and you can put up my fence. You know, like, no other industry would somebody say, hey, hon, I bought you a calculator. You're going to do my taxes, right? Like, no other industry would this be a thing.
Exactly. Like, I mean, like, I don't, if I had the money, yeah, I would love to have Elvira on the show, or, you know.
Right, of course.
But it's just like, I don't know if half the time if this show's going to last an hour or 2 hours. So it's just like, if you're going to tell me that you only have half an hour for the show, I'll quickly do it.
Right.
But, you know, I'm more than happy to provide that time for the person that I'm interviewing, but I'd also wouldn't mind, you know, having a little bit of give and take too. Like,
right. Reciprocation. I enjoy doing these shows. I enjoy going to conventions. I love seeing anybody. I always tell people I am a vampire and I need to see you and hug you and suck out your life force.
Yeah.
That's why you're so tired. That's the real reason you're tired after con. So, but you know, you have to branch out. Like I do comic books. So my husband and I, we write and create our own comic books. Lisa and I put out Confessions of a Cosplay Diva last summer. I would love for somebody to read this damn book and interview me based on this book. You know, a lot of people, they say that Fire Bitch is absolutely hilarious. I agree. Just saying.
I love it. No, it's a really good character, and the storyline has been very well developed.
Thank you. It's a lot of fun.
I love the Velma and Daphne variants covers that you guys have put out too.
The new ones? The new one
Yes.
for the art one? Yeah, so those are for Buku Comics. And I'm going to give you all a heads up. We've got some lava foil coming out as well as some jeweled pieces.
Oh. Oh, I need to definitely get my budding gear and put out some money.
Yeah, that's
put up or shut up, people. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Right?
that is a Buku. Those are Buku Comics exclusives, and I love Buku Comics. Joe Massimo works fantastic with everyone. He is such a strong supporter of the community, and I'm just thrilled that he brought us in. So that's great. We also have some other things that I am not at liberty to discuss yet that will be coming out. But yeah,
Hey,
that's very exciting.
Our new show.
Yes. Talk about this.
Well,
Yes,
we started
please.
a new show today, and it is Brunch with the Babes, basically. I don't know if that's the working title, but it was intended to be around a brunch time. And it's basically a group of ladies having discussion about real world topics that are affecting us as women, and from our perspectives. So we talk about just a variety of things, and we have different guests on. And today we had Colleen Cole and April Reyna. So that was pretty fun. Yeah, we had a really good time.
It was good. I really want us to be talking on that show about things that women don't really discuss. We get a lot of communication in our lives with people and with men, and a lot of times there's lack of communication. People don't understand each other. So this is about understanding each other. And I am very much against the man bashing. I see that a lot.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I've seen women that will actually open up accounts in singles websites for the sole purpose of publicly shaming people that message them. And it's funny because I really want a nice guy. Then how come when this person said something nice to you, you shit on him? Oh, I like a bad boy. Oh, but he's a creep. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen these posts and I'm like, no matter what these guys say to you, nothing is fucking good enough.
Yeah.
They could be polite. They could ask you what you like, and you're going to post and like crap on them and tell everyone what creepers. It's terrible. I couldn't imagine being in that situation that no matter what you said, you were slammed and you were wrong.
Yeah.
I was actually, Alfred and I were watching Tootsie the other day. Has anyone seen this movie?
I haven't seen that in years.
It's the Dustin Hoffman movie from the 80s. And when he's in his Tootsie, his girl persona, he is speaking to this woman that he works with. She says, I really wish a guy would just come up and tell me blah, 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 blah. So at a party in his normal male attire, male looking, setup, he goes up and he tells her exactly that. And you know what she did? And walked away. So no, don't even be like, I really want a man to blah, blah. No, you fucking don't.
There you go. Cara tells you how to go.
So, so don't shit on them.
Yeah.
They're doing their best. But on the other hand, when I see guys that send dick pics, I'm like, hey, do not send dick pics. Well, I don't know what to do.
Really?
Not show your penis? Not sexually harass someone? Yeah. A woman does not want you when the first thing you do upon making her her acquaintanceship is sexually assault her.
Yeah.
I understand that the first thing you ever saw in the world was a vagina this close. But that does not mean you need to be obsessed with it that much.
Yep.
Like, damn. I think it's interesting, though, the women that grab their kids' eyes and yank them away from me. It's like, bitch, the first thing that kid ever saw in their life was your snatch, and then you stuck your boob in their mouth, and I'm the bad influence?
Yeah, right. But you are on, girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'm just a big old loud mouth.
I love it though. I that is who I inspire to be, is to have the confidence to say shit like that all the time.
Do you know where it comes from? It comes from not having a filter.
Oh, I have that in spades. It's like, yep.
That's right. So, okay, so what are we talking about? I know we're talking about Fire Bitch 2. And if you read issue 1, Chastity Chase, our girl, gets sucked into this vortex by accident, tossed on an alien planet, insults everybody. If you think that you are being censored and that censorship should not be a thing, go read what Chastity has to say. Because this bitchy loudmouth is rude to everybody. She is the most self-absorbed, insta-ho you ever met. And it's funny because people, they think they're being cute.
I love you, Fire Bitch.
That is an insult. Hey, Lisa. I love you, Satan's butthole. Like, no, it's fucking rude. Like, you're insulting me here. I know you think it's cute, but she's a terrible person. And so we get to watch her grow from this. Now, in issue 2, we get to see how maybe the bad guys aren't so bad and maybe the good guys aren't so good. So we always have this trope of you have your bad guy, your good guy, your hero, your villain, and everybody has its place. But as we know from reality, that's not true. You don't have like your bad people and your good people. You ever notice that people who are complete dick shit assholes have friends and lovers and support and people who defend them? And you're like, how can you defend this horrible, awful monster of a person? Because you think they're good. Because something about them comes across as good. Because there is really no clear-cut line between bad and good. You don't go out into public one day and suddenly, oh, there's a mark on your head. You're an asshole. That's who you are.
Yeah, there's no scarlet letters anymore.
Right. I would love for that to be a thing, but I have to be the one to decide. I am the decider. We all have our perceptions of people. And so that is what we need to take into consideration, is those perceptions. And so when you start seeing more of a character, we get to know a little bit more of what's going on. Why is this person being mean? Why is that person not being mean? And this is where we start expanding in Fire Bitch issue 2. So, yeah. So we kept with the comedy, kept with some funny things, kept with the seriousness. She's still dealing with her social media aspect on Earth.
I love the art. I love this art.
That's a painting by Alfred Trujillo, a digital painting, and it is the issue 1. So if you missed issue 1, you can still get Fire Islands from Alfred Trujillo through the campaign as an add-on. We've got some really cool add-ons on this one. You can get a body pillowcase, and it's 2-sided. So one side, it's not cosplay, it's art, and it's done by Tornes, who is known for their Dakumaku pillows. And so on one side she's in her costume, and on the other side she's naked. So when your mom comes in the room, you have the the nice side out, and then when she leaves, you flip it over.
Oh, okay.
See? Okay, so you can see we've got some cosplay, we've got some interior pages showing you a little bit about what's going on. Does anyone have any questions? I love answering questions as long as they're not stupid questions.
Yes.
Unless they're really stupid, in which case I will mess with you.
It was right there. You could kind of see it in the body pillow.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You can also get a 183-degree t-shirt. So you get to join the crew, get to be one of us.
Yeah, and there's prints to choose from, holofoil prints as well, and some of those come in the special, the different foils, right? You're doing the different foils.
Yes, we've got foils, we've got virgin covers, we've got, like I said, we've got a jeweled edition.
Oh,
we've got
that poster, that amazing poster.
Oh yeah! If you want to put that back up, we've got a really cool 24 by 36 inch poster.
Okay.
It is huge, and it is available as an add-on. It's only $30. Mark wants to know how Lisa got started in comic book and Kickstarter management.
Well,
I
actually got hooked up with Cara, and that's how I got started. She kind of introduced me to the whole world of the comic book scene in terms of working with people. And when I got laid off last year due to COVID, I kind of was looking for something to do, and this turned out to be something that we didn't know was needed until it really got into, a couple months into COVID, and we were realizing, hey, people need marketing for this, because everybody's going to Kickstarter because all these cons are all of a sudden canceled. People are like freaking out and they're trying to get money, and so I did try to start growing some clientele, and I'm pleased to say I have quite a few clients today. And we have a couple of projects coming up, including April Reyna's new mermaid project.
Yes, I saw the links to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that one's going to be really cool. And Ted Davies has his book coming up as well, which is launching on April 25th for Grimm 101.
Excellent. And yes, Ted Davies will be a guest on my show for that. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to his book coming out as well. I've been seeing, I get to preview stuff before everybody else does because I have to put the art together. And I'm like, ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that. And I'm like, okay, now we get to put it all together. And it's kind of cool to actually bring a creator's vision to life, because I'm just really good at that visual thing. Cara knows. She's like, go do my graphics. You got it. I trust you.
Exactly. And then there's my side of Lisa getting into this, which is, Lisa, I need you. No, you can do it. You have to do it. No, you're going to do this now.
I definitely want to play this. Sorry, this video.
Yeah, go ahead.
Or is it just me? Hello, Cara Nicole here, cosplaying my character, the super sassy, super sexy Fire Bitch, the comic book heroine of the decade. Quick recap. Created by me and Alfred Trujillo, Fire Bitch is an original comic about a social media diva with some fire power. We write, illustrate, produce, and ship it out. Now I am thrilled to bring you issue 2. The first was an amazing success with over 2,000 books shipped out. Now I am so excited to bring you the continuation. Within the pages of this book, you will learn how a sexy, unlikely superhero deals with her new powers and being stranded far from home in the middle of an annihilation. If you missed the first, fear not. We have a couple of ways to help you out in this campaign. With issue 2, I am proud to bring you some of the artists that you already know and love, as well as bring you some new ones you're gonna want to follow. I've brought you some of the most alluring artwork, coolest swipes, and firepower you're gonna want to add to your collection. Don't miss out on the jeweled cover, holofoil options, and black linen covers. And let me tell you, I am bringing it with the cosplay. I wanted to be sure that I bring you the Cara flavor you love. Some of my most exciting cosplay covers and prints will be available in this campaign. I recommend you get them all. You'll want to get your friends in on this and help us achieve some of the most amazing stretch goals. Fan favorites like collector's cards, stickers, and mini prints, plus an exclusive LP by me and Alfred Trujillo. Make sure you share the campaign and help us grow. And don't forget to join my Patreon and follow us on social media. So yeah, this book comes with the soundtrack. If you ordered through Kickstarter, you're gonna get the CD, and we're gonna have goodie packs available for the Indiegogo. So I will give you a heads up. Higher tiers will come with a CD. Lower tiers, you'll get the digital music. And some of these songs were written by Alfred and I. And we do have some covers as well of some songs, and it's a fun album. We have currently three of the songs out as music videos. The three that we wrote, which is Fire Bitch, Fire Goes On, and Social Media Diva. And we've got a few others that we added. I don't remember what we added on there as well. So we've got lots of things, and you can go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/theazpowergirl. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. We put out a music video every month. The next patrons get it first. If you join my Patreon, you do get it first. And in a few days, it will be dropping over on YouTube. We had a little bit of a problem. We actually had to reshoot the entire video because there was some wind issues and like all these different issues. And it is my Chitara cosplay with Eye of the Tiger. So we have a lot of fun with it. I did the Lady Dimitrescu as with I Put a Spell on You, which was a weird song redone by many, many different people. So I listened to a few different versions and then just gutted it and did my own thing with it.
Okay.
So yeah, we always have something new. We did the Asuka Langley Soru as with Forever Young.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, so I've got a lot of music videos out there, and they've been a lot of fun to put out. We do it every month, and your support with these things helps keep these going. We put out a Christmas song, if you don't recall, back in the Christmas times, called Christmas All Around, which we wrote ourselves. And so, yeah, we got a lot going on. From art to music to coloring. We've got more songs we're working on. We said there's always something. Every month there's a new cosplay photo set and a new music video. Joining my Patreon really helps to keep that going. And then we also have the books that we're putting out because we're creators, and that's what you do. You create stuff. So Carl has a really interesting question.
Was being a comic mogul and cosplay model something that you've always wanted to do? That's a really good question.
It is, because it wasn't a thing. If you recall, being a cosplay, cosplay in this capacity was not a thing. I was on the ground floor of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was one of the very first cosplayers to purchase their own table, to create a book. Back in 2012, we launched the AZ Power Girl Cara Nicole photo book, and there was no crowdfunding. You know, I took a few $100. We put it together, and I bought a table. I bought my own table. I didn't share a table. I didn't have space with somebody. I bought my own table. I bought my own plane ticket. I rented my own room. And I mean, Alfred and I went together, but separately. Like, he had his own table. We had all our own stuff. Yeah. And I sold. And there was no, it just wasn't a thing. And I don't see any other cosplayers with their own table. And that's what I did.
Even with the cosplay community here, like, I was part of a couple cosplay groups, and it's like there was once, like, we did a calendar and it didn't quite go as well as we'd hope. And I remember someone suggesting that they wanted to do another calendar, and I'm like, why don't we just do like a coffee table book? oh, well, that'll take time and money. And it's like, I think that'll sell a lot more than a calendar, quite honestly. But what do I know? But yeah, no, it's hard to throw at these suggestions with other when you have a big group of other people who think they know what they're doing. Cara, I think you're frozen.
Yeah.
What a beautiful pose.
I know, right?
Let's see if let's see. Oh, okay. While she restarts.
That's
but yeah,
okay.
no, it's so. Oh, there we go.
I left and then came back in because it was like completely locked up on my end. Yeah. But whatever you said was probably correct.
Yeah, it was just like, and the suggestion of doing like comic cards was also like alongside the coffee table book was also one of the things that I suggested. And I think later on, another guy that was part of the group finally jumped on the idea of doing comic cards for cosplayers. And
which card set was that?
I think it was for Edmonton Comic Con.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's going to put out another set, but if he does, I'm going to try to sign up for that. But yeah, it was just like we were trying to bounce ideas off, and then we get people going, no, that doesn't sound like a good idea. No, that doesn't sound like something that we should do. And it's like,
It's hard when you work in a group like that. A lot of times people don't know how to do it. I did a calendar campaign with Tony Darling, Jessica Negri, Ivy Doom, Kitty, Anna Mia, a bunch of those girls, back in the day. And it did pretty well. I mean, but if you think about it, we had like 18 of us working together. And we sold what I now sell on my own.
Yeah.
So, it was a lot of work. And I find that a lot of fans want to play favorites. And this is something that's very interesting, that never try to lift up a woman by bringing another one down.
Thank you.
That's something we really need to stop having that habit. It is not attractive to say, hey, your Power Girl's better than so-and-so's. No, I love her Power Girl. I know her. She's my friend. And I'm supporting her and lifting her up. It doesn't make me feel better when someone else tells me that someone else sucks or isn't as good as me. Because that girl is not my competition. She is my partner. It's like artists, like artists will build each other up and back each other's work and be like, yeah, check out this art by this person, this person, this person. Whereas I find that in the cosplay community, we get a little more, I saw that Yaya was wearing Power Girl at C2E2 and you were Power Girl at C2E2. So what? Her Power Girl's amazing.
Yeah.
Let's get a picture. And that's one of the things we need to learn, that, hey, when you get a bunch of them together, you get excitement. You get that. You see the different takes on it. There is no right or wrong.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
I apologize. I just wanted to say I posted something the other day that it only takes a little bit of time to do a kindness to somebody by saying a compliment.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I remember, even now, if I see somebody, randomly and I see something that I like, I make sure I say something. I said, oh, I love your dress. Hey, thank you. You made my day. Whatever.
That being said, I'm sure that we can all agree that, oh my God, I love your humongous boobs. It's not a compliment.
Thank you. I often get this. Wow, yeah, big boobs. Tell me something I don't know, please.
Right. And yeah.
I was like, really? I didn't know that.
Are you single? Why? Because I might want you.
That's nice.
Do I keep saying this? Do I even know you? Or I had someone this morning just pestering the shit out of me for a long time. And, well, I want a girlfriend. Well, you're hot. So, like, there's got to be something going on here. Like, relationships are not all based on looks.
The most awkward thing that happens with a lot of my guy friends, and I hang around with a lot of guys, and they think that I have an abundance of single women that I know. And they're like, can you hook me up with one of your girlfriends? It's like, what girlfriend? Like, I hang around with you guys.
Right.
I can hook you up with a gay guy. I know lots of gay guys. I don't know any single females.
Have you seen that meme? And it says, straight guys that say that they're not against people that are gay, they just don't want a strange guy hitting on them all the time. It's like, Katy Perry's like, yeah, like,
gee, what a concept.
And it's kind of the same thing. Like, you know, we want some R-E-S-P-C-T. Sack to me, sack to me, sack to me, sack to me. Yeah, that's what we want, you know, and you got to have something in common. Let me ask you, do you just hang out with all these guys because you're waiting for them to be single and then maybe they'll go out with you? And then do you get mad when they put you in the friend zone? What about that? You know, I have all these guy friends and it just upsets me so much because I don't know why they don't want a nice girl like me. They just come to me and complain about their girlfriend who's so mean. And I'm over here being nice. And I don't know why he keeps going out with her. Flip the script and see how it sounds, right?
Right.
I got this a lot in my childhood, while growing up, it's like, your sister's hot. Can you hook me up? No.
Oh, my favorite one growing up was, I really want a girl with a personality like yours, but that looks like her. And they were always talking about like my best friend, and I'm like, fuck you.
I love being able to tell people, it's like that asked me to set them up with my sister. I'm like, you're not her type. Well, what's her type? I'm like, not you.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, I got that a lot, and it just made me feel awkward. It's like, well, okay, you guys are friends with me. This is like, and you're telling me my sister's hot. I'm like, I don't think of my sister that way. Please stop telling me my sister's hot.
Wait, so Willow, isn't your sister hot?
Like, no. She's my sister.
Does anyone else have any questions about how hot Willow's sister is? This is a great time for you guys to be like jumping up and like bringing in some questions.
She's not single anyway, guys. She's dating a guy from El Salvador.
Sorry, that's her type. Foreign men. Okay, so I had a guy once, and he was telling me his whole sob story about how he's from France and how he got a girl pregnant here in the United States, and he wanted to marry me so that he could be here so that he could see his child. So I told him I was Canadian.
I'm okay with that. Honestly, at this point, you cannot use a Canadian. You cannot use Canada as an insult and actually be.
Well, it wasn't an insult. It was just like, sorry, I can't get you your American citizenship because I'm not American.
Yeah, no, it's. But yeah, no, like I'm awkward enough as it is, and to have people, you know, make me even more awkward, just it's not good.
Right? Yeah. Kevin says I'm hilarious. Thank you, Kevin. I hope so, because I am a professional stand-up comedian. So if I'm not hilarious, then I'm really bad at my job.
She's been on her.
So one of my jokes is that I don't do stand-up comedy full time because I don't want to be an Uber driver.
So now that everything's pretty much open down in the States, have you gone on stage and performed?
Oh, everything's not open in the States. It's open in my state. And yeah, I've done a few shows. I did a show out in Prescott where they forgot to advertise, and we had like literally 4 people. 5 people if you count one of them that was press. 2 people were my parents. And then I did a couple of shows over at a local place near my house. I did a show across town, and I'm actually doing a show. I'm doing a Mother's Day show next month. So that's going to be fun because I've got a lot of jokes that a lot of stuff that I don't normally talk about.
Oh, fantastic.
I always, try to mix it up. And they just got a new vegan menu. So I'm very excited about that.
That's awesome.
I also did some online live shows.
I imagine there were a few. Yeah, you know what, guys? I'm the ugly duckling of the group. Okay, I'm the one who got pretty after the fact. I've always been a giant nerd and with curly hair and awkward. Yeah, it didn't show. The prettiness didn't show up until later.
I was homely as a child.
Yeah, it's
super homely.
I became as soon as I hit my 30s, that's when I started to learn, accepting myself a little bit more and saying, fuck it. I'm going to do what I want.
Yeah,
that's right. I do what I want. I think that's very, very important. And that's something that we were talking about on today's brunch show is that, we do need to become a little more confident as women. And, it's okay to think about yourself. It's okay to worry about yourself. You can't take care of anyone else until you take care of yourself as well.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And oh my God. Dude, we've talked about this many, many times where, you are a gorgeous man.
Yeah, what she said. There's no ugly on this screen at all. That's right.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin. That's good.
I appreciate you guys very much. You guys are awesome. Oh, thank you, Pop Pop.
Yes, she is.
But yeah, so let's get back to Fire Bitch.
Yes. Okay. What do y'all want to know? What do you want to know about Fire Bitch?
What if there was a comic book artist that you would want to work with? Is there someone in today's world that you would love to work on with Fire Bitch?
I'm very fortunate that I'm able to bring in some of the creators that I love. Like, we're working on trying to get a cover from Ebass, who I've known for years, which is great. Paolo Pantanella would be fantastic. Monty Moore would be wonderful. So some of these artists that are a little harder to come by, a little more expensive. So yeah, I did get a cover in issue 1 from Mike DeBalfo. So you Mike DeBalfo fans, hit me up. David Harrigan, we've been working with, we got issue 1 and 2 with him. So, and these are some pretty prominent creators and artists that, work for some major publishers. So that's really great. We did get a CC De La Cruz. We got a Sanju. I'd love to have a Bill McKay. And I did talk to him. I just didn't get him in the right time frame. But I would love to have a Bill McKay. And I will. I believe I will. He's a wonderful guy. So, yeah, there's some really great creators out there that I would love to have on Fire Bitch. And then there's other creators that I would love to have on Unstable Frequencies, which we're going to be putting out this year as well. We had a Billy Tucci cover for Confessions of a Cosplay Diva. So that was really, really awesome. I loved that we were able to do that. And that was something that was kind of an unexpected. Alfred had Billy draw me for my birthday one year in my Power Girl costume. And we hit him up and asked if he would be cool with us coloring it and putting it out as a cover. And he said yes. So I got to color a Billy Tucci and have him on the cover of my book. And that was the only art cover that there was outside of the cosplay paint over, which was cosplay paint, combo. But that was very, very cool. So, and, I have gotten to work with some of the other creators, and I love being able to do that and be able to work with all of these people, especially when we start trading. It's like, I'll do a cover for you, you do a cover for me. We do have Wendy Shaner, who does Naughty Fairy Stripper Assassins. We got some work from her, and I do covers for her, and, it goes back and forth, and it's fantastic. So, it's very exciting, and, we're kind of branching out.
And I love the fact that you work with other cosplayers as well. December Lace constantly posts stuff of your work with her, and it's beautiful. I'm just, as a cosplayer, I look at Fire Bitch and going, I need to find this outfit. And believe me, I have been trying to look on Amazon for a red bodysuit.
Red bodysuit, cut the hole, put the black around it, the neck, the arms, here, the black belt. You'd kill it. It would be amazing. Now, remember, this is the one thing that I always get on the artists about because they forget. Hoop earrings and black headband. So, we've got a lot of cosplay covers from creators going out now where it's basically just the other person's character and they say it's a cosplay cover. It's like, what am I seeing from your character involved in this? So, hoop earrings, black headband. Now, why do blondes wear hoop earrings?
I do not know.
With their legs.
Oh my lord!
Cosplay pics she can show us.
I have lots. I'll look at. I do an Elvira cosplay.
Yes, you do, and I love it.
So yeah, let's share screen.
Yay!
So yeah, there's.
Ooh. I love the hair.
Mm-hmm.
There's from a shoot a while back. Me with my pink hair.
Yeah,
I loved that twist. I thought that was great.
Thank God for wearing beige underwear for that.
Right.
Skirt went up a little too far.
No, it didn't. Yeah, it did. Oh, yeah, it did. I feel you.
But I'm sure we've all had that awkward moment where it's like, whoopsie. But yeah, I do a lot of different cosplays. But yeah, I've done Power Girl, although without the boob window. But yeah, I'm still learning to be a little bit more accepting of my body, and Elvira's getting myself out of that comfort zone. And I'm sure there's costumes that you still have yet to try out and
absolutely.
Comfort zone for.
So let me ask you, people are so weird about their body. Do you live in it?
I try not to. I try not to obsess over stuff that I can't control.
Like, is this your body? Do you live in your body?
Yeah.
Do you put food in it and it gives you energy?
Oh yeah.
Okay, and it gets you from point A to point B?
Yeah. I will admit I love my cheeseburgers. I had one today, so I often call cheeseburgers my weakness, but I'm not gonna be one of those girls that try to focus on what I eat and how much of it. I'm just gonna eat whatever the hell I want.
Pickles on them?
Yes.
All right then.
I had a fully loaded Fat Boy.
What's on that?
It has pickles, mustard, ketchup, and chili.
Oh, geez.
I would have never thought to put that on there.
Chili is amazing. It like our burgers up here in Manitoba. We for some reason we love our chili.
You guys also love your gravy too.
Oh yes.
Gravy.
So I think it's weird. Okay, Americans think it's weird that you guys eat fries with gravy. And if you think about it, you put gravy on mashed potatoes. You put gravy on potatoes, and you think about it that way, you're like, huh, okay. So I actually got a VPN so I can start watching Canadian TV. Like, I'm all about Kim's Convenience.
Yeah.
And Corner Gas animated. You can watch Corner Gas regular and then the animated series on Amazon.
Yeah.
But you can't watch the new stuff. Kim's Convenience is on Netflix, but not the new stuff. So, yeah, there's some really good shows. There's also a series, Back in Time. And have you seen that one? And it's about the family, and they go back and they remodel their whole house, like redo their whole house. Like, okay, now you're in the 40s. Here's your recipe book. This is what you do. This is everybody's position in the family. This is how you live. And it's very fascinating, especially when you go back to like World War II, that you were given ration stamps, and they did it in the United States too. And you did not pick your own meat. You went and you gave them your stamp, and they gave you what you and your family were rationed, which was a very small amount of food. The meat were all organ meats because they kept the nicer cuts for the military. So families, you got kidneys, you got livers, you got hearts, and that's what you ate. And this is what you wore. And this is what the men did. And this is what the women did. And it was really, really fascinating. I really enjoyed that show.
I like that. Put fries on the burger. On occasion I'll get a burger with onion rings.
That's not bad. Okay. Yeah.
The crispiness is just no.
The crispiness.
Willow, you're making me hungry.
I'm sorry, but yeah, I can talk about food all day.
Oh my God, so could I. I love all the foods.
I grew up in a German-Ukrainian home, so pierogies and cabbage rolls were like. Of course, that's the reason why I'm a big woman, is because of that. I love food.
I have German heritage too, so I have that whole love of food as well.
Some people eat to live. I live to eat. So I mean, like, if I come out and visit you guys are gonna have to take me out to all these different restaurants so that I can try all the good food.
Much. I want to go to Canada. It's been a while. I've been to Newfoundland, and I really, really love it. But I really want to go to some other parts of Canada. I would love to go to Manitoba. I actually was trying to talk to someone about what was over in Saskatchewan. Like, so in Regina, there is a comic book store, and it's like, okay, so if I could get into that store for a signing and then maybe head over to Edmonton, I can get kind of like a little tour in there, and I can go to Rulio and go take the Corner Gas tour. I actually joined their page for their town to see like
nice
their town. I'm a real dork. I do that kind of thing all the time. Carl says, slap a piece of bread down, put fries on it, then a burger, then drown it in cheese sauce, heart attack on a plate.
Yum.
We have a place. We had a place called the Heart Attack Grill. And all of their fries are cooked in lard, and they didn't give you fries. They had a fry station. So they just lard, salt, you just go and scoop your own fries.
Oh my
They
God.
sold Lucky Strikes and Jolt Cola. No vegetation. It was just burgers, greaseball burgers, and their waitresses were all dressed as nurses.
That is awesome. I remember hearing about that. Didn't the owner die of a heart attack?
Yes, he did. I believe that he absolutely did. There you go. Now you know.
You know what?
Well.
Yeah, heart attack. Yeah, that is definitely on my bucket list. Definitely, I would love to do that. We I don't know if I think our fat boys are pretty much the closest thing to the heart attack burgers you're gonna get here. Of course, my husband loves his bacon, so he'll get like the really thick cut bacon. And which is like $14 a pack.
What? That's insane. $14 a pack. Wow.
The price for meat is astronomical right now.
The what?
Yep.
The price for meat.
Yeah.
Because they were having so many problems with the packing plants and whatnot.
Yeah.
Down.
Well, those packing plants a lot of times are the only thing sustaining a community.
Which is funny because we have a maple leaf packing place here and the Hill thing here as well. And it's like, why are we paying so much when we could just go to the the place and pick it up there? I don't know.
Well, I was just in Mexico, and let me tell you, the town I was in, there was no vegetation at any of the restaurants. Not one. The closest thing to vegetation you can get was cocktail sauce or salsa, and that was it. And you could not get. There was no squash, and these are things. Look, we went to the grocery store and just bought a bunch of food and went and grilled. Mark wants to know, what do they call Canadian bacon in Canada?
Well, yeah, back bacon.
Back bacon?
Or, circle pieces of ham.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you have ham and Canadian bacon? And how do you differentiate between ham and Canadian bacon?
Okay, so there's regular bacon, which is the strips,
Right.
and then there's the back bacon or Canadian bacon, which is usually in circular shapes.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
And yeah, back bacon is really good. I love it. It's great. But excellent! You sent me the link to.
Yes. So the link to Fire Bitch issue 2. Because that's what we're talking about here, right? We're supposed to be talking about. But yeah, so for those of you who missed it, issue 1, Fire Bitch is the story of an Insta-ho. She's a social media influencer who only cares really about herself and, making her living. And she accidentally gets sucked into a vortex and shot off across the galaxy, landing on an alien planet that is under attack from another alien race. And she gains superpowers. And they need to convince her to help them fight against this neighboring alien race, because these people they're not warriors. They're not fighters. So she, needs to learn, 1, how to use her powers, and 2, how to fight. She does not know how to do these things. And we've got a lot of different aspects to it. You have what's going on with her online, because that really is a whole world in itself. For those of you who do spend time on social media and have a social media persona, it very much consumes your life and what you have to do within it. And so this is that poster coming up. And so, you know, she still has to deal with that, plus learn how to use her powers, decide if she wants to help these people. And we have to find out the fate of the Roger and the Miho and what's going to happen with all of them. Is she going to get back home? You know, what's going to happen to her sidekick Taco? What's going to happen with the people of the planet? And are they going to win this war? Are they not going to win this war?
Now, I'm sure you guys touch on this in the comic book, but how do you guys get the internet on another planet?
So, you know how you get how everything's all waves, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have waves, and then the idea is that other planets will get our TV, our radio, and all that, but they'll get it much later. So we use a little bit of comic book magic that she can get reception on her phone.
Okay.
She has a little bit of spotty reception, but she does have reception. But her sidekick learned English by watching our TV and our movies, but it's all a little late. So we've got a ton of 80s references in there, which is so
fantastic.
Yes, all the 80s references and a lot of cute things going on. Issue 2 is even longer than issue 1. This is not a small book. These books are over 30 pages each.
Oh, wow.
So, and like I said, we've got tons of covers. We got our Steph Wilson.
I love Steph Wilson. I love his art. It's so beautiful.
Isn't he fun? He's so much fun. I love Steph. Really great guy. Here's Wendy's coming up. We've got Naughty Nice sets. There is even a topless cosplay cover.
Okay.
We also have books that are only available as add-ons. So that was Rob Hicks, Ruben Rosas, Piper Rudich. So you can add on anything you want, or you can get like the big Kahuna pack with everything in it. This is our issue 1 that we have available.
And there's the pillow.
Here's the body pillow.
Yeah.
The Naughty Nice body pillow. And
t-shirt.
our t-shirt. Yeah. And you can also get prints of all of our covers. Plus, we've got a few extra bonus prints available as well. So we've got, different cosplay versions of the character, plus tons of art versions. So we've got a lot of stuff going on. It's a lot of fun. If anyone has any questions, anything anyone wants to know, then, let me know, hit me up, speak up now or forever hold your pee.
I know the aliens put a rebroadcaster satellite near the worm. Oh, that's a good way to explain how internet works up there.
How aliens are spying on us and trying to use us for their own gain. How they're trying to figure out what products they're going to use to market us to other alien races. That's like a whole time. Yeah. That could be fun.
So, Lisa, you're taking clients, obviously. So, what are you looking for in a client?
Well, actually, I offer a variety of different services. So it's probably easier to tell you what kind of services I offer rather than tell you what kind of client I'm looking for. I actually do social media management. I can do full build outs of Kickstarter and Indiegogo, including the graphics portion of it, which seems to be something that a lot of creators need help with. It's just very time consuming, especially Indiegogo, because you need individual images for everything, including all your add-ons and your perks. Yeah, so I'm really quick. That is one of the things that I pride myself on. Just to toot my own horn, we had Alton's Bunny Goes to Space, which funded both on Indiegogo and on Kickstarter. But we were having problems on Kickstarter, and I busted out an entire Indiegogo in like 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to go into this a little bit, because what people don't understand is, yes, you can do them simultaneously. Yes, you can go from one to the other. You can do Kickstarter, roll over into a second chance over on Indiegogo, but you cannot use the same images unless you build Indiegogo first, because their sizing is very different. So if you intend to go from one to the other, build Indiegogo first and use those graphics for your Kickstarter. Because when Kickstarter, everything's in your scroll. So if you're putting out portrait style, you got Indiegogo, everything is landscape unless it's in the story. So when you're putting those images in for the rewards, everything is landscape. So remember that and take that into consideration. You cannot take those images on Kickstarter and roll them over to Indiegogo. They will not fit.
Yeah,
good to know.
There's a whole bunch of like little they don't want you to have text on there. They don't want you to have logos on there. They just want art on there. It's very interesting. I break the law though. No, I'm just kidding.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
I break the rules sometimes, but when you're trying to explain what it is, when you only have a small image, you know, even for me on the back end, I'm trying to put it in. I want to know if it's an 11:17 print or if it's the book. You know,
yes.
I can't tell when it's. I'm looking at my little thumbnails and I'm trying to do 100, you know, things at the same time, trying to upload in the back end. So, it's a lot of fun. I love working with creators because there's been a variety of different projects that I've been able to help people on, and everybody that I've helped has funded. So yay for all of those creators. Yes. And I am hopefully looking to take on some more clients and do some build outs, and I do full management. I said do. Haha. I know, sorry. I thought I'd pull a Cara. I said do.
Hear about Lisa.
But yeah, so contact me on Facebook, either my personal page or under Melone Management. I do free initial consults for anybody who's interested. Yeah, that's where you can find me.
Do you find Indiegogo to be easier to work with than Kickstarter, or vice versa?
It depends. I mean, there are pros and cons to both. I feel that like sometimes it depends on the project and what kind of exposure you're looking to get and what exactly the nature of the project is.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm sure, like, I don't know if GoFundMe is the same way, but I think in certain areas, like one may take more money for the funding than the other, but I'm not sure exactly how that all works, but I'm glad that you know how the crowdfunding stuff works. Like, if I have any questions, I'll definitely have to go see you. And
absolutely.
So yeah, if you guys have any questions about crowdfunding, see Lisa. But yeah, you guys are amazing. I love you guys, and I'm always willing to have you guys on. Cara, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me as AZ Power Girl everywhere. Facebook at Facebook.com/AZ Power Girl. Instagram at AZ Power Girl. Twitter at AZ Power Girl. YouTube at the AZ Power Girl. And OnlyFans and Patreon as AZ Power Girl. Everywhere I'm AZ Power Girl. Easy to find.
Excellent. Lisa, where can we find you on social media?
I'm on Facebook under Melone Management. That's the easiest way to find me. I am also on Instagram under Melone Management, and you can find me on my personal page under Lisa Melone.
Excellent. Well, and you can find me pretty much everywhere on social media too. I'm the social media socialite. So yeah, if you can like us on Facebook, Hanging with Web Show TV. I'm the program director, so all the cool little pictures of our shows on a daily basis, that's me. I run our Instagram page, Hanging with Web. I'm on my own Instagram. You can find me, find my page on Facebook, where you can find my show, Skylar Productions. I'm everywhere. But this Saturday, next Saturday coming up, I'm going to be hosting Back of the Cereal Box in the morning for John Pica. He's going to go to a convention, and so I'm going to fill in. So hopefully that goes. I'm excited. I can't wait. I love helping people out with their shows. But yeah, I thank you ladies for joining me. You guys are awesome. And everybody have a great night.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Love you.